Well, I think the boys just finished up in Georgia, for those of you who were watching the Share-a-thon there in, I think, Dawsonville, Douglasville. Starts with a D, ends with a Ville in Georgia. So I hope you enjoyed the Old Time Preachers Quartet minus me. All is well with me, so no, don't worry about it. But some things just happened that I couldn't get there. And so my buddy Derek Simonis stepped in there for me and knocked it out of the park. Doing a great job on my part. Yeah, and then Charlie Sexton went to the piano and helped the quartet with a couple numbers. Did great. All is well. Proud of the fellas. Doing a good job, as always. So I moved back the Facebook Live with Les about an hour so you could catch that. So I hope you enjoyed that. So we got some, we'll do my pitches here up front, and then we're going to go back to my book, Hymns Suit Me Fine, that I wrote about a year ago, right at that. And I'm going to go to 3 more hymns in the first chapter that I wrote about the Happy Goodmans and the hymns that they did, the old redback hymnal hymns that made such an impression on me. And we're going to feature 3 more of those hymns. So we'll be singing along with them a little bit here in the show, okay? So let's see here. We'll go ahead and do some pitches first. Then we're going to see who's with us. Then we're going to start playing some music, hymn time, and you're going to sing along. Okay, so here we go. Christmas Camp Meeting in the Smokies. Jot it down, December 7, 8, and 9. And I'd love for your adult Sunday school classes to get to go. If we got a handful of those, we'd sell out. So there you go. December 7, 8, and 9 will be the Old Time Preachers Quartet. Myself, Barry Rowland and Deliverance. Sherry Taylor, Sacred Harmony. Bob Sellers, Chelsea Estes. Covenant, Paul Boland. And we're probably going to add a few more. If we don't, we're good to go there. But here you go. And call. So the number is, let me see what the number is. The number is 865-278-3681. 865-278-3681. We'd love to have you be a part of that. We're going to eat, and we're going to sing. We're going to eat. We're going to preach. Then we're going to eat. Over in the Great Smoky Mountains in December. Okay. Also, want to remind you to go and vote in the Diamond Awards. The deadline is sometime. I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't think I have it here. No, I'll have to go look. But you've got a few weeks. And so here are the categories that I'm blessed to have folks that I work with in. Okay, I want to be blessed to, I'm blessed to produce them and manage most of them. And I want you to vote for them. If you don't have someone else in those categories, I need to fix this. This has bothered me. Y'all just sit still for a minute. I need to fix this. This has bothered me. This is just plain old bothered me. Let me try this and see what happens. Is that any better? That's a little better. The following categories, I got folks that I work with, and I sure appreciate you voting for them if you so desire. In the bluegrass categories, favorite song, Heaven's Mountain Band with most requested prayer. Favorite male artist, Roger and Rodney Johnson of Heaven's Mountain Band. Debbie Johnson of Heaven's Mountain Band is up for favorite female, and the favorite group, Heaven's Mountain Band. So Heaven's Mountain Band got a whole bunch up in there. And then we've got Bama Bluegrass, I think, so for Group of the Year, too. Might want to jot that down. The Anthony Berger Instrumentalist of the Year Award. Now, I'm just starting to work with them. I want to produce a record on them in a couple of weeks. Chronicle, but Tim Kinchin of Chronicle is up for the Instrumentalist of the Year. Sunrise Trio, the great new group Heart to Heart is going to be a part of that. Song of the Year, the Williamsons, Every Moment, Every Mountain, Every Mile. Wow, what a song. Female vocalist in the Dottie Rambo Songwriter of the Year Award to Lisa Williamson. And then you've got mixed group, the Williamsons. And then somehow or another, somebody voted for me to be in the top 5 in the J.D. Sumner Living Legend category. So I don't know what that's all about. I still can't get this the way I want it. Okay, y'all just sit there and drink a Diet Coke or something, or like me, I've got a Diet Dr. Pepper back here. Just rest for a minute. I have got to fix this because it's absolutely just tearing me up. Let me see. I'm going to take it all out here. Then I'm going to try this. Are you still there? Let's see if that's any better. I do this about every night. You would think that it would all be done and over with. I cannot get this right to save my life. That's a little better. I'm going to stop. So, go to Scoops Magazine. Just do a Google search, they call it. A Google search there to Scoops Magazine. And then on the main page it says Diamond Awards. And vote for all those folks. So when you see the Williamsons or Heart to Heart or Chronicle or Heaven's Mountain Band or Bama Blue Grace or anybody in those groups, vote for them if you'd be so kind. And tell your friends and loved ones to do that, to help us out. We would greatly appreciate that very much. Okay, so there, we've told you about Christmas camp meet in the Smokies. We got that out of the way. Oh, don't forget, I think I've got, I don't know, less than a dozen of these left. Check it out. Go in the store there. There I am, my fat little face and my headphones. Look at there, my glasses, my eyes just crisscrossed. My eyes really aren't crisscrossed. They just did that for comedic value. But look at there on the back of the chair. It's got the Butler Music Group logo. And then over here on the microphone and all the stuff in the microphone, check it out. Check it out right there. We got our logo, Butler Music Group, Family Music Group. And then right there, it's got Facebook Live with Les, Southern Gospel Music, Memorabilia, Memories, and Ministry. And we've got about a dozen of those left, and they're doing pretty good, so I may have to order some more. I just bought a very few just to see if anybody would care. And some of you care, and any of those proceeds are going to help me. I'm ramping up, and I can't give you all the details. Let me just say this. We're going to pursue this Facebook Live with Les and a YouTube channel with a vengeance. And I've already made 4 figures worth of investment and more to come. So if you want to help me, every penny will be a blessing because I'm just doing it on my own. Don't have companies behind me. I don't have investors. None of that. Just I think the Lord has got some plans that He's dropped on me, and so I'm going to pursue them, and He'll help me to execute on those plans, and He may help me to execute on those plans through you. Who knows? So there you go. Go to butlermusicgroup.com. Go to the store, and there I am. Look for my chubby little face there, and we'll have coffee every morning together. All right. All right. Now, before we go into the old hymn time here, let's just see what we got. See who's with us. We got my Aunt Sue. She was first today. She's been late. Patty Graham, Ohio. Miss Patty, you're always there. I appreciate that very much. Terry Carter. Hey, man, I was enjoying you this morning, sir. I really was. I was enjoying you this morning. Just, you did great, Terry. Well done. Hey, Nicholas. Jordan Jones. Brother Stacy Piercy. Brother Stacy, are you feeling better, brother? I sure hope so. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Miss Joy. Woohoo! Go, Les. Boy, we've been eyeball deep in some Joy Holden music this week, and the mixes are sounding good, Miss Joy. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Gloria Miller Green. Hi, Les. Okay, so thanks for coming, everybody. It's a Saturday mid-afternoon. Everybody's out and about, so it's just going to be a few of us today. That's okay. But as the next day or two goes by, hundreds and thousands over the last few days. The show really took off the last couple of days. So we always have a whole bunch more that watch it after the fact. But the few of us will hang out today. Okay? All right. So, all right. We're going back today. We're going to do some hymn fanging. Going to go to my Hymn Suit Me Fine book, and the very first chapter, matter of fact, I'll just show you. It is titled, Happy Goodman Influence on Les Butler's Hymn Choices. Right there. There's a picture with me and Howard and Vestal just hanging out. This was a few years ago. I used to hang out with Howard and Vestal a lot. Vestal would make nanner pudding and bring it to me. What about that? So we're going to do 3 hymns we have already featured from me. And if you missed the first show that I did on this book and the first song that tells you about what happened 42 years ago in my life that took me down this Southern Gospel road, you need to go watch it. So be looking for that. That was a week or 2 ago on my Facebook Live show. So just scroll down when we're done, and I'm telling you, go check that out. But it was the Eastern Gate. And we've done Hallelujah, I'm Going Home. We've done He Set Me Free, I Must Tell Jesus. I'm going through. Yes, I'm going through. We did that one. Living in Canaan. And, okay, so the next one is, let me find it here. It is, matter of fact, we've got 2 off of the same album. Let me get it out here. And I'm going to read you the story that I wrote, the little paragraph I wrote about why this particular song made my hymn book and made very, 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 very close to the very top marks of being one of my all-time favorite hymns. Okay, here, I'm going to read it to you. It says, my second favorite Happy Goodman album is Covered in Warmth. Great album. On this album is yet another convention style. It's Just Like Heaven. Now, I've got the version of it. Let me see here. I think I may have messed some of this up. Matter of fact, I know I have. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I got to go find that record. So I'm going to talk to you about this other song before. And then while I do that, while you listen, I'm going to go get it. So we're going to go to this album here, Happy Goodman Family Hour, taken off the set of their TV show. And I'm going to read you the story behind this song. And it says, this song was a nightly heavyweight fight between Johnny Cook and Vestal Goodman as to who could sing the highest. Now, you know the song I'm already talking about. They kept singing the chorus, taking it up a half step every time until one of them tossed in the white flag of surrender, and it was always Vestal that threw in the white flag of surrender. And Johnny Cook won every night, singing higher than Miss Vestal. Johnny always won. It may not have been the most spiritual moment in the evening, but it sure was fun. And that is true. So let me find it here. We're going to listen to Looking for a City. All right, here we go. Looking for a City, and then I got to go look for an album. And then I'll be back while you're listening. All right, let's see what we got here. And you know it, so sing along with them, okay? Just sing along with them. I'm Looking for a City. Howard and Vestal, Getting Her Done. I'll find it. There it is. All right. I'm going to go find that other album, I hope.
Here among the shadows, in a lonely land, we're a band of pilgrims on the move, burdened down with sorrows, shunned on every hand, looking for a city built above.
Looking for a city where we'll never die. There the sainted billions never say goodbye. There will be thy Savior and our loved ones too. Come, O Holy Spirit.
up again. Woo! What a tenor. Oh, that's just ridiculous. He's just bragging now. Looking for a City. That's Johnny Cook. Now, if you want to hear a great version of that with Johnny and Vestal, go online and find the Live from Texas video, the DVD that they did. And the two of them duke it out, and finally Vestal just gives up the ghost, and Johnny wins. You talk about a tenor singing hoss, Johnny Cook. And yes, Joy, you mentioned a young Aaron Wilburn. Check it out right there. Check him out. A very young, very thin Aaron Wilburn. I bet you he didn't weigh 90 pounds. So anyway, so there you are. So that's the first of the three hymns that we're going to play today that I'm going to feature from my book. See, this next one will be coming off of the Covered in Warmth record. And so let me go to that story real quick. Off of the Covered in Warmth record, it will be, here we go. My second favorite Happy Goodman album is Covered in Warmth, and I'll show you that in a minute. Great album. What a record. On this album is yet another convention song. It's Just Like Heaven. This one is 100 miles an hour, and yes, the vocals go all over the place. Johnny Cook was on this song, and the ending goes up an octave in third increments. What an ending. And it was piano heavy, straight ahead, Southern gospel quartet style. And that's why it was very, 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 very high on my list and included in my book right there, Hymns Suit Me Fine. By the way, if you want to buy one of these books, I'll autograph it for you if you like. If you don't, that's fine. I'll just lick a stamp and send it to you. And it's got stories, not only my stories of the Happy Goodman hymns influences, but my other favorite hymns outside of the Goodmans. And then I've got folks like here. Let me just leaf through it here, and I'll throw some names at you. Andy Leftwich of Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder. Radio DJs like Randall Ham, Tom Russ, Donnie Cox, Glenn Harlow, Hillbilly Gilly, Lottie Squares. A bunch of my DJ friends are in here. A bunch of my preacher friends too. Tim Lovelace is in it. Mike Holcomb of the Old Time Preachers Quartet. Daryl Freeman, Joe Bonsall, and Dwayne Allen of the Oak Ridge Boys. Larry Gatlin. Willie Wynn is in this. Jonathan Wilburn. Laverne Tripp, Reagan Riddle, the Primitive Quartet, Donnie Williamson of the Williamsons, Dr. Jerry Goff, just before he died, gave me one, and it's great. We got pictures in here with me with a bunch of these folks, and here's Pat Barker and Steve Rabbit Easter, and it goes on and on and on. And plus, I've even got some fans that threw in their favorites. So, what about that? So check it out in the store, butlermusicgroup.com, and go to the store. Okay, so now, let me get the song that I just told you about. Let me get it on the old Victrola here, and we're going to listen to it. And man, this is good stuff. I can't wait. I'm excited. I just turned off my system. I'm so excited I turned it off. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can get close. I'm close. I'm close. I'm getting closer. Here we go. Oh, this is good. Hang on to your hat.
soul is living in sunlight, and I'm going along, rejoicing daily. I'm singing, always singing a song. Oh yes, I'm doing my best to shun the pathway of wrong. It's just like heaven, for Jesus is near. My sins are gone. I'm going home in the light of love, of heaven above. The King of Kings is by my side. He will safely guide. I'll follow Him without a fear. There's naught to fear. Hallelujah, I'm happy gay, and I know I shall never go astray. It's sweetest joy to know that wherever I may go, it's just like heaven, for Jesus is here. I'm drawing nearer and nearer to the covenant goal, and daily Jesus is with me, keeping watch over my soul, while every step of my journey He does safely control. It's just like heaven, for Jesus is near. My sins are gone. I'm going home in the light of love, of heaven above.
I love how everybody sings different words.
By my side, He will safely guide. I follow Him without a fear. There's naught to fear. My way is straight. I'm happy gay, and I know I shall never go astray. It's sweetest joy to know that wherever I may go, it's just like heaven, for Jesus is near. My sins are
All
gone.
my sins are all now gone. Light of heaven above, the King of Kings is by my side. My God, Him without a fear, never thought to fear. Hallelujah, I'm happy. I know I shall not stray. Obey His sweetest joy to know that wherever I may go, it's just like heaven, for Jesus is near. There was that octave move in thirds I was talking about. They kept going up in thirds at the end until they took it up an entire octave for a big old quartet ending. Friends and neighbors, if you don't like that, you and I can't be friends. I'm just wanting to tell you. We won't get along. But if you like that, we'll get along just fine. That's from the Covered in Warmth record, my second favorite Happy Goodman album in the entire world. It is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's going to lead you to the third hymn of the day. Let's see who's with us before we do that. Let's just see. We've had some folks jump on here. Who do we have? We got, let's see, we got Glenn Miller. Good to see you. No, that's not Glenn Miller, the DJ. It's Gloria Miller Green. Brother Nicholas, Terry, thanks, my brother. Always receive a blessing from your program. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that, man. Yes, a young Aaron Wilburn, Joy. You saw that. You caught it. Mike Smith, Roger Cruz, Nancy, Bruce Swallow, Jeanette Bates. Love those old records. Hi, Les. Hey, Jeanette. Nancy Clark Truitt, good afternoon. Beverly, good afternoon. Okay. Well, good to see y'all. Y'all hit share before you call it a day, okay? And all right, so I'm going to read you then this next song, and then I'm going to open up God's Word, and I'm going to tie it into this next song right here. All right, here we go. And yes, I'm reading now. Once again, we're going convention style again. You thinking maybe I'm liking that style? Are you picking up on a theme here? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This one delivers it with both barrels. This one had step-out solo vocals from all four parts. And the piano intro from Eddie Crook is probably the most covered piano intro outside of I Wouldn't Take Nothing from My Journey Now. Thank you, Eddie. And I mean that. Thank you, Eddie Crook. So here we go. Now let me find it. If you know this one, sing along with them. All right. Oh, I got to put it in. I'm sitting here looking at it, but I got to put it in. Oh, they got one of these inside really neat covers. I'll show you that here in a minute. While we listen to it, I'll show you some really neat stuff here. All right. Are we ready? Are you ready to leave your sorrows and come along with me in the Happy Goodmans? you got to hold it. Leave your sorrows and just come on along with the Happy Goodmans and Brother Les. Look here at the liner in this album. I love this. Here's the deal. My mom and dad were members of the Canaan Record Club. And every month we would get a new album from Canaan Records. Now, it could be Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters. It could be the Happy Goodmans. It could be Jack Holcomb. It could be the Florida Boys. It could be the Blue Ridge Quartet. It could be the Hemp Hills. It could have been the Kingsmen during the day, Florida Boys. The list goes on and on and on. And there for a while in the album, what's called a sleeve that they put the album in when they put it into the cover, they had these cool sleeves right here. I'm talking about cool sleeves. Check this out right there. Look at all those artists. All these were Canaan artists, by the way. Right there's the Four Galileans, right here. Then next to them, check out the Inspirations, man. Check out that pose by the Inspirations. Get a good look. I'm going to get it up here closer. Look at the Inspirations. Getting it done. I mean, they're all just leaning back and letting it rip. And then right next to Inspirations are the Thrasher Brothers. And then on top of the Thrasher Brothers there, you see the Lewis family. And then next to the Lewis family, you see the one and only Cathedral Quartet. Come on, everybody. When I say Cathedral Quartet, you got to stand up, take your hat off, and salute. You got the Lefevres on top of the Lewis family. And the Lundstrom team and Steve Sanders, who ended up going with the Oak Ridge Boys after a while. And then let me go over here on the other side. Now, we just played the Happy Goodmans, and right there they are. Check them out, the Happy Goodmans, right there. Is this not a cool insert in the sleeve? And then you see up here in the corners, they've got different albums that you could buy as being a part of the Canaan Record Club. But we would get one sent to us every month, and they'd put it, the mailman would put it on our front stoop there. We didn't have a porch. It was just a little concrete thing. I lived in a small house, 866 square foot home from ages 6 to 21 till I got married. Little old bitty place. And so they put this box with a 12 by 12 box where the album was in and laid it up against the door. And once a month we'd get them. And then what I would do, so here's memories. This is Facebook Live with Les, Southern Gospel Music, memorabilia, memories, and ministry. Going to hit the ministry here in a minute. But in the memory category was that. And they would lean it up there. And then I'd get home from school. I'd see it. I'd run and get it. And then I would take it out. I'd open it up. And then I'd get the album. Then I'd take it out. And I'd put 5 of them on a great big old piece of furniture that happened to have a stereo and a record player in it. What I mean by a piece of furniture, I mean it was like 6 feet long, 3 feet high. It took a half a dozen men to move it. And inside this thing was an 8-track player. I still have 8 tracks. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. And then an album cover, and then a record player. I would stack 5 of them on the player. I put the new one first, and I would go to my little upright, pitiful piano, and I'd figure out what Eddie Crook and Darrell Stewart and all these guys were doing on the piano. And that's how I learned to play Southern Gospel piano, thanks to the Canaan Record Club. Thank you, Marvin Norcross and Canaan Records. So there you go. There's a memory from Brother Les. Now we're going to do this. Okay? We're going to tie back into that song, Leave Your Sorrows and Come Along. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the Word of God, Matthew chapter 11. I'm going to read the last 3 verses, verses 28, 29, and 30. And 28 is really the verse I want to anchor into here for just a moment. And then we will call it a day. I know y'all are busy on this Saturday. I am too. I'm getting ready to go do some work in the shed and in the garage in preparations for some things I'm working on for upgrading my Facebook Live show and some other things that's happening that's just, it's big. I wish I could say everything, but I gotta get some things done first, and then I'll be making some announcements. And for fans of real Southern Gospel music, I think you're going to be real happy with what I'm working on. But Matthew chapter 11, verses 28, 29, and 30 reads as follows. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon me and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Isn't that good news? That's good news right there. Verse 28, though, I just played the song, Leave Your Sorrows and Come Along with Me. Verse 28 ties that in real well. Come unto me. He's calling out, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. Anyone standing up and trying to do anything for the cause of Christ, especially in 2020 with the world being what it is, where it is, and what's going on. If anybody is trying to do anything whatsoever for the cause of Christ, I promise you, I'm not going to ask you, I'm telling you, I know you're tired. I know you're tired. You have to be. Because to get Jesus out to people, you have to push against the world. They don't let you in. You've got to push. You've got to work. When you're working and you're pushing, guess what? You get tired. But good news here, Matthew 11. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. And this is in red. This is, first off, the Lord wrote the entire Bible. Now, he had some men who took mechanical dictation and started to write what was being given to them. They didn't write a thing. They held the pen. But this is the Lord Jesus Christ himself, out of his own mouth, communicating, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So like the Happy Goodmans, leave your sorrows. Come on with me. That's what he's saying. Leave those burdens at the altar and just come to me. Let me give you some rest for a while. And to the unsaved world, so you may be watching right now, or you may be watching in a replay of this. Days later, weeks later, months later, years later. The Lord's also calling to you, come unto me. He wants to give rest to your soul. Your soul is in a constant turmoil if you are not one of his children. And you know that. Your conscience, your conscience just bears down and bothers you. You can go to bed and rest like a baby if you just come unto him. Come unto me. He wants to give you rest. He wants to save your soul. He wants to take you to heaven to be with him forever and forever. He built a place. In John chapter 14, he said, and by the way, I'm going to go, but I'm going to come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. Come unto me. He wants to give you rest today. Matthew 11. Hope that blesses you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the hymns. Did you sing along with us in the hymns? Let me see who else is with us here. Let me see if I've got some of this right here. Terry Carter, I love the Goodmans. I'm just a 62-year-old Southern gospel singer and fan. Love this music. Yeah, Terry, man, I believe you. I believe that. That's all I am. I'm not 62 yet, but boy, oh boy, I'm smelling your cologne. I ain't that far behind you. And yeah, that's me, man. I just love this music. Because it's about the book, the blood, and the blessed hope, man. Kevin Robinson, good to see you. Robert Taylor, good to see you. Mike Smith. Most quartets can't sing that style today. Come on, Mike. Preach. Preach, Mike Smith. You're telling it right there. I tell you, it's difficult, challenging music. What I just played with all the parts going every which direction and everybody singing different words at different times. Man, Southern gospel music is complex when it's done well and done right, like what I just played to you. It's complex. Well, all right. Hey there, Isaac. Happy birthday, my friend. Isaac Hughes young man that goes to our church, is a lover of this music. And he just turned 19. It does my heart so good to see a 19-year-old young man just absolutely consumed with the message of the gospel and song, faithful to his church. Isaac, I'm for you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Keep it going. Okay, so you never know. I might slip in tomorrow between services and give you a little Facebook Live with Les. If not, Lord willing, we'll see you Monday night. And I don't know what I have planned. You know, I have, like I said a few days ago, or a few moments ago, I've been in the shed in my garage working on some things, and I have stumbled on yet even more treasures, Southern Gospel treasures, boxes full of them. I should open my own museum. I'm telling you, I got thousands of pieces. And so that's what I like bringing your way on these Facebook Live shows. Now, I haven't had a whole bunch of memorabilia that I've been bringing, but I've got tons. Other than this old vinyl that I keep bringing out, that's memorabilia. All this stuff that I played today is 50 years old. So that's memorabilia. That classifies. But I got so many other pieces, and I'll be bringing them to you. I promise. So it's going to be good. Now, okay, don't forget, go vote in the Diamond Awards. Google Scoops Magazine. And then when you get there, look for the 2020 Diamond Awards. Then what I want you to do is vote for the folks that I work with if you don't have any of your friends in those categories. Anytime you see the name Williamson, vote for him. Heaven's Mountain Band, vote for him. Heart to Heart, vote for him. Bama Bluegrass, vote for him. And I'm in a category which blows me away. I'm in the J.D. Sumner Living Legend category. If you want to vote for me, vote on. There's 4 other folks that are there along with me that are no doubt better than I am and more suited and more qualified and should win. Vote for them. But if you want to vote for me, my name's there. Click the button. Okay? And what else? Okay, we got, there's my Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay, go to the store. Oh, by the way, don't forget, you can go to the store and get my Him Suits Me Fine book, and it's got all kinds of pictures in there with me with some of these artists and all these other folks like Mike Holcomb and Pat Barker. I got my buddies from the Oaks, Dwayne and Joe, writing stories about their favorite hymns. Jeff Wisnett, Larry Gatlin, Reagan Riddle, The Primitive, Billy Blackwood, Jimmy Fortune of the Stout Brothers. A bunch of preacher friends of mine are in here. A bunch of Southern Gospel fans have written some, stories that's in this book, and it goes on and on. That's in the store, and if you'd be so kind, get you a coffee mug. And for this first batch, I'm going to fill it full of some stuff that's going to be free. I'm going to put in it and mail it all to you. There's my chubby little face, and there you are. It says Facebook Live with Les, Southern Gospel Music, Memorabilia, Memories, and Ministry. Would you consider going to the store and checking that out? All right, that's it. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Hit share.